little comede. And I'm into abbreviations these days, what else? Someone call an orthopedic surgeon, because this guy's got a funny bone. It's Zach! Oh, Zachy man. His name is spelled with a Q.
My name is not spelled with a Q anymore. I'm a professional now. CH. She said, little comedian, 5'8.5". Don't think I'm little. I don't think I'm large. But little seems to be pushing it. Maybe I'll stand on this so that you guys think I'm nice and big like the other comedians. Like a prairie dog. So, my grandfather, he's 93 years old, young. He's going to rehab. Shit, huh? Tough. Yeah, he's going to rehab, not because he's popping Xannies or an alcoholic. It's because he blew his hip out. And I guess they do physical therapy at rehabs? But how embarrassing. Can you imagine the group therapy session? This guy who's big, unlike me, named Bob. Yeah, my rock bottom was after 30 years I woke up in the back of a patrol car, drunker than a skunk. I'm Martin Ray, MD. I stood up really quickly, and I got an owie on my hip. Tough. But that's how we do it in my family. I'm actually going to be joining him this summer. I'm going to be doing rehab with him, so I'm excited for that. I laughed at that. I'll explain why. To explain why, it all starts in the bedroom. Where else? You see, I was having some problems getting it up. The rocket wouldn't launch. The tree was chopped down. I'm convinced, you guys know what I'm talking about? Erectile dysfunction. Sometimes I couldn't get hard. It picks and chooses itself. I'm convinced you could choose a noun and a verb, and it is clear talking about erectile dysfunction. And to prove that, can I get a noun? Can I get a noun from one of you? Over here, give me a noun, Horse. You probably didn't know, but that's a good word for me. Can I get a verb from over here? Jump. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. The horse just won't jump anymore. See, it's so clear I'm not talking about a horse jumping. I'm talking about a flaccid penis. Anyway, I'm having this problem, and so, because my horse won't jump, I do what everyone does. I go to the doctor so I can get that blue pill, right? Because that fixes it, is what I thought. So I go, and when you guys go to the doctors, people who horses do jump, when you go to the doctor, you have to tell the secretary your symptoms, right? You have to tell the nurse your symptoms. And then the doctor still doesn't know your fucking symptoms. So you have to ask them. Two things are happening. Either the nurse isn't writing it down, or all doctors in America are illiterate, okay? And for you, it's not a big deal because you say, oh, I'm coughing 3 times. For me, I have to tell these 3 people that my horse won't fucking jump. The fucking shame. And you think, oh, they're probably professionals about it, Zach. You're making a big deal out of nothing. All 3 of them laughed at me. All 3. And I'm going to tell you word for word what the nurse said to me when she comes in the room and I tell her my horse won't jump. The word for word what she says, I don't know if I'm getting the medical terms correct. I might mispronounce it, but word for word she says, you know your problem, honey? You're fucking ugly bitches. This woman had medical training, okay? I don't know where she learned that, okay? Seems inappropriate to say. But the doctor comes in and the doctor says, I tell her again, my horse won't jump. And the doctor says, Can you get hard and masturbate? Yeah. So she says, that's not your problem. Your problem is you're probably a little new to sex, and you're just a little anxious. Excuse me, doctor. Are you assuming I'm inexperienced at sex? That I haven't had a lot of sex? Because you know what they say about assuming? This time you're right. But other times, you might be an ass. So she recommends me to this behavioralist. I go to the behavioralist, and the behavioralist, another medical professional, says it's a confidence issue. It's your first couple of times. It's natural for some guys. You'll work your kinks out after a while. So, okay. So she says, here's what you gotta do. You gotta do some power poses. Now, imagine you are the poor woman who has found herself in my bed. And you're all ready over here. Ooh. Okay, you're ready. And then I'm at the foot of the bed. She says, try the Superman pose, which is this. I couldn't get a boner, so her answer was to make believe I'm Superman in front of a woman. What, am I supposed to fucking put a cape on and... It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a flaccid penis. Is that what I'm... Okay? Don't get worried. I figured it out. I had a couple more sessions, and we figured out everything. It was a confidence thing, worked out the kinks. Basically, the woman has to dress up as Lex Luthor. That was so, here's the funny thing about my insurance, is that I'm still covered by my mother's insurance, right? She got notified I was going to a behavioralist. So, naturally, if you couldn't tell from my accent, she's Jewish. And she freaked the fuck out. She calls me up hysterical. I'm guessing she was playing Maj or something. And she calls me up hysterical. Is it drugs? Zachary, is it drugs? Two options for me, right? Option number one, simple. I tell my mom I have erectile dysfunction. Had. I'm a survivor. Option number two, are they gonna do a run for me or something? Option number two is, say yes, it's drugs. So she's calling me, is it crack cocaine? No, it's not crack cocaine. Is it so much marijuana and alcohol? No, Mom. Zachary Benjamin Ginkle, are you addicted to drugs? So I'm going to rehab this summer. Thank you.